what it is and do something about it.
Samantha's relationship with her daughter Tabitha was often complicated, especially when it came to Tabitha's magical abilities. While Samantha herself was a witch who had embraced her powers, she found herself frustrated by Tabitha's carefree use of magic. Samantha wanted her daughter to understand the importance of controlling her powers and using them wisely. This concern stemmed from Samantha's own experiences, where her magic often led to unintended chaos in her life with Darren. Samantha often felt torn between wanting to nurture Tabitha's gifts and fearing the consequences of her daughter's actions. She worried that Tabitha's lack of caution could lead to trouble, not just for them but for the people around them. This tension created a rift, as Tabitha, eager to explore her identity as a young witch, sometimes disregarded her mother's advice. Samantha's desire for a normal life for her family clashed with the reality of their magical heritage, leading to moments of frustration and misunderstanding. As Tabitha grew older, Samantha's concerns only intensified. She wanted her daughter to be responsible and to appreciate the weight of their magical legacy. This struggle highlighted the challenges of parenting in a world where magic was both a gift and a potential burden. Samantha's love for Tabitha was unwavering, but her fears about her daughter's choices often overshadowed their bond, creating a complex dynamic that defined their relationship.
Of course I am. How would you like it if you were always being represented as some...
The series gained immense popularity, finishing as the second-rated show in America during its debut season. It maintained a spot in the top 10 for the first 3 seasons, showcasing its widespread appeal and the connection it made with audiences. The creator of the show, Saul Sachs, drew inspiration from 2 classic films when crafting the script for the pilot episode. His vision was influenced by I Married a Witch and Belle, Book, and Candle, both of which feature themes of magic and romance. These films provided a foundation for the whimsical and enchanting elements that became hallmarks of Bewitched. The blend of humor, fantasy, and relatable family dynamics resonated with viewers, allowing the show to capture the hearts of many. The clever writing and charming performances contributed to its success, making it a beloved sitcom that remains memorable even decades later. The unique premise of a witch trying to live a normal life while navigating the challenges of marriage and motherhood added depth to the storyline, further engaging the audience. The show's ability to balance magical elements with everyday situations created a delightful viewing experience that appealed to a wide range of viewers. The combination of Sachs' creative inspiration and the show's engaging narrative helped solidify its place in television history.
I wouldn't want his death on my...
At the time of creating Bewitched, the show's creator did not seem overly concerned about the similarities between his series and certain films. These films, which featured themes of magic and domestic life, bore a striking resemblance to the premise of Bewitched. However, a fortunate twist of fate played in his favor. Both of these films were owned by Paramount Pictures, a major studio in Hollywood. This studio also owned Screen Gems, the production company responsible for bringing Bewitched to life. This connection likely eased any potential worries about legal issues or accusations of copying. The creator could focus on developing the show without the looming threat of litigation. The blend of humor, fantasy, and relatable family dynamics in Bewitched quickly captured the audience's attention, allowing it to become a beloved classic. The show's unique charm and the creator's vision ultimately overshadowed any concerns about similarities to existing films. The success of Bewitched paved the way for future shows that would explore similar themes, further solidifying its place in television history.
Concern yourself anymore.
Believe me, Mr. Stevens, your wife has been behaving very strange.
Initially, the creators of the 1964 television series Bewitched had a different vision for the lead role. They wanted Tammy Grimes, a talented actress who had won the Best Actress Tony Award in 1961 for her performance in The Unsinkable Molly Brown. At that time, Grimes was under contract with Screen Gems, which made her the studio's first choice for the role of Cassandra, the character that would later be known as Samantha. The decision to cast Grimes reflected the studio's desire for a strong, established actress who could bring depth and charm to the character. However, due to contractual obligations, the studio had to look elsewhere for the lead. This shift in casting ultimately led to the selection of Elizabeth Montgomery, who would go on to become iconic in the role. Montgomery's portrayal of Samantha Stevens captured the hearts of audiences and defined the series, but it is interesting to consider how different Bewitched might have been with Grimes in the lead. The initial choice highlights the complexities of casting in television and how various factors can influence the final outcome of a show. The legacy of Bewitched continues to endure, showcasing the impact of casting decisions on the success of a series.
Great day for town and stables. You got yourself a real champion there. You know it.
Initially, the show Bewitched faced challenges in its casting process, particularly with the character of Samantha. Actress Grimes expressed her concerns about the show's premise. She questioned why a powerful witch like Samantha would not use her abilities to address significant issues such as wars, or even the everyday frustrations of Los Angeles traffic. Grimes felt that the character's powers could be put to better use, which led her to decline the role. Instead, she chose to accept a different opportunity in the Broadway production of High Spirits. This decision forced the show's creators to recast the character of Samantha, ultimately leading to the casting of Elizabeth Montgomery in the iconic role. Montgomery's portrayal would go on to define the series and endear the character to audiences. The shift in casting not only changed the direction of the show, but also allowed for a fresh interpretation of a witch navigating the complexities of suburban life. The recasting became a pivotal moment in the show's history, setting the stage for its success and lasting legacy in television.
Afternoon. Strange they went for that price so quickly.
Elizabeth Montgomery and her then-husband, producer, and director William Asher, were on the lookout for a television project that would allow them to collaborate creatively. They wanted to find something that would not only showcase Montgomery's talents, but also provide a platform for their joint vision. During this search, they came across the pilot script for Bewitched. After reviewing the material, they felt that the show had great potential. The concept of a witch living in the suburbs, trying to blend in with ordinary life while dealing with her magical abilities, intrigued them. They believed that the character of Samantha, a witch who wanted to live a normal life, was a perfect fit for Montgomery. Her charm and comedic timing made her an ideal choice for the role. Eventually, they signed Elizabeth Montgomery to play Samantha, setting the stage for a groundbreaking series that would capture the hearts of audiences and become a classic in television history. The collaboration between Montgomery and Asher not only brought Bewitched to life, but also marked a significant moment in their personal and professional lives.
Interior bathroom. A nice-looking boy with glasses, a shy type, has just finished shaving.
Initially, a young actor named Richard Sargent was very close to being signed to play the role of Darren Stevens in the beloved television series Bewitched. The excitement around the show was palpable, and many were eager to see how the character would come to life. However, as the pilot was still in pre-production, Sargent ended up taking another job, which meant he could not commit to the role. This left the casting team searching for another suitable actor to fill the shoes of Darren. Next in line was Richard Crenna, who was offered the part of Darren Stevens. Crenna had just spent several years on the popular show The Real McCoys, and he was not ready to jump into another series so soon after his previous commitment. His decision to pass on the role meant that the search for the perfect Darren continued, highlighting the challenges of casting in the early stages of a new television series. The process of finding the right actor for such an iconic role was crucial, as Darren's character was central to the show's dynamic and its appeal to audiences. As the casting team navigated these challenges, they were determined to find an actor who could embody the charm and complexity of Darren Stevens, setting the stage for the show's eventual success. The journey of casting Darren Stevens became a notable part of the show's history, illustrating the behind-the-scenes efforts that go into creating a beloved television series.
Well, here's your drink.
Oh, thank you, thank you. You know what Endora told me about you? No? She said you were still...
During the second-to-last day of filming on Bewitched, a significant incident occurred involving Dick York. He was operating a railroad handcar, which was part of a scene where he was carrying wounded men. As the director called for a cut, an unexpected event took place. One of the wounded extras, in a moment of urgency, reached out and pulled himself up on the opposite side of the handle that York was about to upswing. This caught York completely off guard. He was not prepared for the additional weight of the extra, who weighed around 180 pounds. When York lifted the handle, he inadvertently took on the entire weight of the extra. This sudden strain caused a severe injury, resulting in the tearing of most of the muscles on the right side of his back and affecting his spine. The injury was serious, and unfortunately, it never healed correctly. This incident not only impacted York's health, but also had lasting effects on his career and life. The challenges he faced due to this injury were significant, and they changed the course of his work in the entertainment industry.
Mother warned me about you and that model, but I didn't believe her.
Buffy?
Instead, the best the specialist could do was to supply him with a steady course of increasingly stronger pain medications. This approach allowed him to work through his severe pain for the first 4 seasons of the show. The character's dedication to his role was evident, as he managed to maintain a professional demeanor despite the challenges he faced. However, in the middle of season 5, the toll of the pain became more apparent. It was during this time that viewers began to notice a change. He appeared really run down, and this was visible on camera. The strain of managing his pain while trying to deliver a consistent performance took a significant toll on him. The combination of the demanding filming schedule and the effects of the medication contributed to his visible fatigue. This situation highlighted the challenges faced by actors who must balance their health with the demands of their careers. The impact of pain management on his performance became a topic of discussion among fans and critics alike, as they observed the subtle changes in his portrayal of the beloved character. The struggle with pain is often hidden behind the scenes, but in this case, it became part of the narrative that surrounded the show. The dedication to the craft, even in the face of personal challenges, is a testament to the resilience of those in the entertainment industry.
$.
I thought you said Cleo was the monkey's name.
It is.
While filming a scene for the beloved television series Bewitched, an unfortunate incident occurred involving one of the actors. After returning from lunch, he found himself on a 15-foot scaffolding, surrounded by the intense heat of studio lights. The combination of exhaustion from a long day of shooting and the effects of the Medicaid education he was undergoing took a toll on him. Suddenly, he experienced a seizure, which alarmed everyone on set. The crew quickly sprang into action, rushing him to the hospital for immediate medical attention. This incident marked a turning point for the production, as the actor never returned to the Bewitched set after that day. The event left a lasting impact on the cast and crew, reminding them of the pressures and challenges faced in the demanding world of television production. The show continued to air, but the absence of the actor was felt deeply by fans and colleagues alike. The incident serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of health and the importance of taking care of oneself, especially in high-pressure environments.
It is gone.
Well, Mother, you're about to hear something that's going to relieve you. And
in the 1964 television series Bewitched, the character of Gladys Kravitz, played by Alice Pearce, became a memorable part of the show. Gladys was known for her nosy and busybody nature, often getting involved in the magical happenings of her neighbor, Samantha Stevens. Alice Pearce's portrayal of Gladys brought a unique comedic flair to the series. Interestingly, Pearce faced challenges in her early life that shaped her career. At just 9 years old, she fell from a playground swing, landing on her chin. This accident reportedly stunted her growth, and her undershot jaw made it difficult for her to land leading lady roles in Hollywood. Despite these obstacles, Pearce found her niche in comedy, becoming a reliable actress known for her ability to deliver laughs. Her performance as Gladys Kravitz was so beloved that even after her passing, the character remained iconic in the series. After Pearce's death, the role of Gladys was taken over by another actress, ensuring that the character continued to be a part of the show's charm. The dynamic between Gladys and Samantha added a layer of humor and intrigue to the series, making it a classic in television history. The character's relentless curiosity and comedic misadventures contributed significantly to the show's appeal, showcasing Pearce's talent and the enduring legacy of Bewitched. Four months before receiving a phone call from her agent about the role in the TV series Bewitched, she faced a life-changing moment. She was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, a condition that would alter her life and career. After undergoing surgery, she hoped for a positive outcome. However, the doctors delivered the devastating news that her case was terminal. This diagnosis weighed heavily on her, yet she continued to pursue her passion for acting. The call from her agent brought a mix of emotions. It was an opportunity that could bring joy and fulfillment, but it also came at a time when her health was in decline. Despite the challenges she faced, she was determined to embrace the role and bring her character to life. The strength she showed during this difficult period inspired those around her. Her commitment to her craft and her ability to perform under such circumstances left a lasting impact on her colleagues and fans alike. The show became a significant part of her legacy, intertwining her talent with her personal struggles.
I'm not going to get rid of you until I make good on that pledge to UNICEF, right?
During the production of the beloved television series Bewitched, a significant on-set secret revolved around the actress who played Gladys Kravitz. She managed to keep her health struggles hidden from her co-workers, only occasionally mentioning that she felt a bit tired while on set. This concealment was so effective that no one suspected the true extent of her illness. Despite her declining health, she continued to perform her role, showcasing her dedication to the show and her craft. Tragically, she passed away in March of 1966, leaving a void in the series. Following her death, Sandra Gould stepped in to take over the role of Gladys Kravitz for the remainder of the series. This transition marked a significant change in the show, as viewers had to adjust to a new actress portraying the character they had come to know and love. The behind-the-scenes challenges during this time highlight the often unseen struggles that actors face while working in the entertainment industry.
Darren, I know. It looks like rain, Samantha. We have a long ways to go.
It is interesting to note that most of the supporting actors on Bewitched wore their own clothes and accessories on screen. This unique approach to wardrobe added a personal touch to the characters and made the show feel more relatable. Each actor would bring in the clothes they wanted to wear for that week's episode a week prior to filming. This meant that they had to carefully select outfits that fit their character's personality and the episode's theme. Once the actors provided their clothing, these items were handed over to the wardrobe department. The team would then clean and press the garments to ensure they looked their best on camera. This process not only showcased the actors' individual styles, but also allowed them to feel more comfortable in their roles. The blend of personal fashion with character portrayal contributed to the show's charm and authenticity, making it a beloved classic. The wardrobe choices reflected the era's fashion trends, while also allowing the actors to express themselves creatively.
It's commonly called a hangover. We had a pretty big night last night.
We did.
Yes, we did.
Boy, never again.
Agnes Moorehead, a talented actress known for her role as Endora in the beloved television series Bewitched, often wore a stunning starburst brooch. This exquisite piece of jewelry was set with 8.5 carats of diamonds, making it a striking accessory that caught the eye of many, including her co-star Elizabeth Montgomery. The brooch became a symbol of their friendship and admiration for each other. Elizabeth Montgomery admired the brooch so much that it held a special place in her heart. When Agnes Moorehead passed away in 1974, she left behind a legacy not only through her performances, but also through this cherished piece of jewelry. In a touching gesture, she bequeathed the starburst brooch to Montgomery, signifying the deep bond they shared during their time on the show. This act of kindness highlighted the affection and respect they had for one another, making the brooch a treasured memento of their friendship and a lasting reminder of their time together in the world of television.
Not, I wouldn't miss him with a 10-foot pole. I like this peace and quiet.
Elizabeth Montgomery had a unique vision for her character's daughter in the beloved television series Bewitched. She decided to name the character Tabitha, a name she adored for its old-fashioned charm. Montgomery felt that the name had a certain elegance and nostalgia that would resonate with viewers. The inspiration for the name came from a personal connection. She derived it from one of the daughters of Edward Andrews, the actor known for his work in film and television. This choice reflected Montgomery's desire to create a character that felt both timeless and relatable. Tabitha quickly became a favorite among fans, embodying the whimsical and magical elements of the show, while also representing the innocence and curiosity of childhood. The character's name not only added depth to her personality, but also contributed to the overall enchanting atmosphere of Bewitched. Montgomery's thoughtful selection of Tabitha showcased her creativity and understanding of the show's appeal, making the character an integral part of the series' legacy.
Why didn't you get her a mink playsuit to go with it?
Sam, you know there's no such thing as a...
Somehow, the name of the character Tabitha in the classic television series Bewitched was initially misspelled in the credits. Instead of the correct spelling with an I, it appeared as Tabitha with an A. This small error caught the attention of viewers, as it was visible during the show's run. Fans of the series may have noticed this discrepancy, which created a bit of confusion regarding the character's name. Over time, the producers likely recognized the mistake, and at some point they corrected the spelling to the proper Tabitha. This change may not have been immediately apparent to all viewers, but it was an important detail for those who followed the show closely. The character of Tabitha, portrayed by a young actress, became a beloved part of the series, and the correct spelling helped solidify her identity in the minds of fans. The evolution of the character's name reflects the attention to detail that the creators aimed for in the series, even if it took a while to get it right. The charm of Bewitched continues to resonate with audiences, and such quirks only add to its legacy.
Or, isn't she back yet?
Back from where?
Wherever she was going when I saw her.
Every time Elizabeth Montgomery saw the iconic title card of Bewitched roll across the screen, she felt a shudder run down her spine. The sound it made was like nails scratching on a chalkboard, a noise that drove her absolutely crazy. This reaction was not just a passing annoyance. It was something that truly affected her while working on the show. Montgomery's sensitivity to the sound became a notable aspect of her experience during the production of the series. As the show progressed, viewers could notice that in the later episodes, the sound had been corrected. This change likely came about due to Montgomery's feedback, showcasing how her feelings influenced the production. The series, which became a beloved classic, was not only a platform for her talent, but also a space where her preferences were taken into account. The evolution of the show's presentation reflected a collaborative effort, ensuring that the final product was enjoyable for both the cast and the audience. Montgomery's dedication to her craft and her willingness to voice her discomfort contributed to the overall quality of Bewitched, making it a memorable part of television history.
A while. I'm sorry, Darren, but you'll just have to call back.
Samantha often found herself in a difficult position when it came to her daughter Tabitha's magical abilities. While Samantha had learned to navigate her own powers with caution, she watched as Tabitha embraced her gifts with a carefree spirit. This difference in approach created tension between them. Samantha's experiences with magic had taught her that it could lead to chaos, especially in her life with Darren. She wanted Tabitha to understand the importance of responsibility and control, fearing that her daughter's reckless use of magic could result in unintended consequences. As Tabitha grew older, Samantha's worries deepened. She longed for her daughter to appreciate their magical legacy while also leading a normal life. This desire often clashed with Tabitha's eagerness to explore her identity as a young witch. Samantha's love for her daughter was strong, but her fears about the potential dangers of magic sometimes overshadowed their bond. The struggle to balance nurturing Tabitha's gifts with the need for caution defined their relationship, creating a complex dynamic filled with both love and concern.
Certainly tell him you were looking for him. Thank you. Nice to see you again, Mrs. Johnson.
As we wrap up our journey through the enchanting world of Bewitched, a new layer of magic awaits. What happened to the beloved cast after the final curtain fell? Did they continue to cast spells on audiences, or did they take unexpected turns in their lives? Join us as we delve into the fascinating stories of Elizabeth Montgomery, the charming Samantha, and her co-stars. Discover how their careers evolved, the challenges they faced, and the legacies they left behind. From surprising career shifts to personal triumphs and struggles, each story reveals a side of these stars that fans rarely saw. What secrets did they carry after the cameras stopped rolling? Prepare to be captivated as we uncover the untold tales of the cast of Bewitched, shining a light on their lives beyond the iconic show. Stay tuned, because the magic is far from over.
Darren, you're tired and overworked, and you really need this little vacation. Oh, you don't want to spend it in...
Bernie Kopell played the role of the apothecary in the 1964 TV series Bewitched, a character that added a layer of intrigue to the show's magical narrative. His portrayal was marked by a blend of charm and mystery, embodying the essence of a character who dealt in potions and spells. This role showcased Kopell's ability to navigate the whimsical yet complex world of witchcraft, leaving a lasting impression on viewers. After Bewitched, Kopell's career continued to flourish, with notable appearances in various television shows, including The Love Boat, where he became a familiar face. However, his life was not without challenges. Kopell faced personal hardships, including the pressures of fame and the struggle to maintain a balance between his public persona and private life. He experienced a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, which took a toll on his emotional well-being. In recent years, Kopell has remained relatively private, with little public information about his current activities. He has occasionally participated in reunions and interviews, reflecting on his past work and the impact it had on his life. As of now, he is believed to be living a quieter life, away from the spotlight, focusing on personal interests and family. Mabel Albertson portrayed Phyllis Stevens in the 1964 television series Bewitched, bringing a unique blend of charm and complexity to the character. Phyllis, the mother of Darren's boss, often found herself entangled in the magical chaos surrounding Samantha. Albertson's performance was marked by a subtle tension, as her character navigated the challenges of a world where the ordinary clashed with the extraordinary. After Bewitched, Albertson's career continued with notable roles in various television shows and films, but her personal life was fraught with difficulties. She faced the tragic loss of her husband, which deeply affected her. Albertson also struggled with the pressures of Hollywood, leading to periods of isolation. Despite her talent, she often found herself typecast, limiting her opportunities. In her later years, Albertson remained out of the public eye, with little known about her activities. She passed away in 1982, leaving behind a legacy marked by both her contributions to television and the shadows of her personal struggles.
Where's Darren?
Oh, the pilot's out in the stove. He's fixing it.
Yeah, I'll have mine on the rocks.
Alice Pierce's portrayal of Gladys Kravitz in the 1964 TV series Bewitched became iconic, capturing the essence of a nosy neighbor who was perpetually suspicious of the supernatural happenings next door. Her character was marked by a blend of humor and paranoia, often serving as a foil to Samantha's magical world. Pierce's performance was characterized by her expressive face and impeccable comedic timing, making Gladys a memorable part of the show. Beyond Bewitched, Alice Pierce faced significant challenges in her life. She struggled with health issues, including a battle with cancer, which ultimately led to her untimely death in 1973. Despite her illness, she continued to work, showcasing her resilience. Pierce's personal life was marked by the loss of her husband, actor and writer, who passed away in 1958, leaving her to navigate the complexities of life and career alone. In the years following Bewitched, Pierce's health declined, but her legacy as a talented actress remained. She was posthumously recognized for her contributions to television, and her character continues to resonate with fans. The last known information about her is that she passed away at the age of 48, leaving behind a rich but bittersweet legacy in the entertainment industry.
Mother. Hello, darling. That's Darren's banana.
Maurice Evans portrayed the character of Maurice in the 1964 TV series Bewitched, bringing a complex blend of charm and authority to the role of Samantha's father. His character was a powerful warlock, often at odds with the mortal world, reflecting the tension between magic and reality. Evans's performance was marked by a commanding presence, which captivated audiences and added depth to the show's supernatural elements. Beyond Bewitched, Maurice Evans had a rich career in theater and film, known for his work in Shakespearean roles in classic films. However, his life was not without challenges. He faced personal hardships, including struggles with alcoholism, which affected his relationships and career trajectory. Despite these difficulties, he remained a respected figure in the entertainment industry. In his later years, Evans continued to work in television and theater, but faced health issues that limited his appearances. He passed away in 1989, leaving behind a legacy of talent and complexity. The last known information about him highlights his enduring influence on the arts, even as he battled personal demons.
That I have.
What be this strangeness of speech and manner?
Erin Murphy portrayed Tabitha Stevens in the 1964 TV series Bewitched, captivating audiences with her charm and innocence as the young witch. Her character, the daughter of Samantha and Darren, was a symbol of the show's blend of magic and everyday life. Murphy's performance was notable for its ability to balance childlike wonder with the complexities of growing up in a magical family. After Bewitched ended, Murphy faced the challenges of transitioning from child star to adult actress. She struggled with typecasting and the pressures of fame, leading her to explore various career paths, including work in the fashion industry and as a producer. In her personal life, Murphy encountered hardships, including a difficult divorce and the challenges of raising her children as a single mother. She also faced public scrutiny and rumors, which added to her struggles. Despite these challenges, she remained resilient, often reflecting on her experiences in interviews. As of the latest updates, Erin Murphy continues to engage with fans and participate in nostalgia events, sharing her journey and the lessons learned from her time in the spotlight.
Sam, the truth is that grass was put in by mistake. It's worth two...
Agnes Moorehead's portrayal of Endora in the 1964 TV series Bewitched remains one of her most iconic roles. As Samantha's mother, she brought a blend of mischief and elegance, embodying a powerful witch with a flair for the dramatic. And Dora's complex relationship with her daughter highlighted themes of generational conflict and the struggle between tradition and modernity. Moorhead's performance was marked by a captivating presence, often overshadowing the show's lighter moments with her depth and intensity. Beyond Bewitched, Moorhead's career spanned several decades, showcasing her talent in film, radio, and theater. She received multiple Emmy nominations and an Academy Award nomination for her role in Citizen Kane. However, her personal life was fraught with challenges. Moorhead faced a tumultuous marriage to actor Robert Gist, which ended in divorce. She also battled health issues, including a serious illness that led to her eventual passing in 1974 from cancer. Despite her success, Moorhead was known for her reclusive nature and struggled with the pressures of fame. Rumors of her being a difficult actress circulated, but those close to her spoke of her kindness and generosity. In her later years, she became increasingly involved in spiritualism, seeking solace in the mystical. The last known information about her legacy is that she remains a celebrated figure in television history, with her work continuing to influence new generations of actors.
Coat for strolling in the park.
That's what it is, all right. An ermine coat for strolling.
Alice Ghostley portrayed Esmeralda in the 1964 series Bewitched, bringing a unique blend of charm and mystery to the role. Esmeralda, a witch with a knack for mischief, was introduced as a character who often found herself in humorous predicaments, yet her presence hinted at deeper themes of isolation and longing for acceptance. Ghostley's performance was marked by a subtle darkness, reflecting the struggles of a character caught between two worlds. After Bewitched, Ghostley's career continued in television and theater, but her life was not without challenges. She faced personal hardships, including the loss of her mother, which deeply affected her. Ghostley also dealt with the pressures of Hollywood, where she often felt typecast and struggled to find roles that showcased her range. Despite these difficulties, she remained a beloved figure in the entertainment industry, known for her work in shows like Designing Women and her appearances in various films. In her later years, Ghostley became a recluse, living a quiet life away from the spotlight. She passed away in 2007, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances and a complex personal story that resonated with many. Her journey reflects the often hidden struggles of those in the entertainment world, marked by both triumphs and tribulations.
Darren, forgive me. I must be going out of my...
George Tobias portrayed Abner Kravitz, the beleaguered husband of nosy neighbor Gladys, in the 1964 TV series Bewitched. His character often found himself caught in the chaos of Samantha's magical world, providing a comedic yet tragic lens on the struggles of an ordinary man facing the extraordinary. Tobias's performance was marked by a blend of frustration and bewilderment, capturing the essence of a man overshadowed by forces beyond his control. After Bewitched ended, Tobias continued to work in television and film, but his career faced challenges. He struggled with typecasting, often seen as the quintessential supporting character. Personal hardships emerged as well. Tobias battled health issues, including a serious heart condition that required surgery. His life was not without scandal. He faced financial difficulties in the late 1970s, leading to a brief period of instability. In his later years, Tobias remained active in the industry, but his health continued to decline. He passed away in 1980, leaving behind a legacy marked by both laughter and the shadows of personal struggle. The last known information about him reflects a man who, despite his comedic roles, faced the darker realities of life. Casey Rogers portrayed Louise Tate in the 1964 television series Bewitched, bringing a unique blend of charm and complexity to the character. Louise, the wife of Darren Tate, often found herself caught in the magical chaos surrounding her husband and his witchy neighbor, Samantha. Rogers infused Louise with a sense of vulnerability, reflecting the struggles of a woman trying to navigate a world filled with supernatural elements and societal expectations. After Bewitched, Casey faced significant challenges in her personal life. She endured a tumultuous marriage to actor and director John McGiver, which ended in divorce. This period was marked by financial difficulties and a struggle to find steady work in Hollywood. Casey also faced health issues, including a battle with cancer that she fought privately. Despite these hardships, she remained resilient, taking on various roles in television and theater. though none reached the prominence of her time on Bewitched. In her later years, Casey lived a quieter life, largely out of the public eye. She passed away in 2001, leaving behind a legacy that reflects both her talent and the personal battles she faced. The last known information about her life reveals a woman who, despite the glitz of Hollywood, dealt with profound challenges that shaped her journey.
I haven't slept a wink in years.
Marion Loren's portrayal of Aunt Clara in the 1964 series Bewitched remains a memorable part of television history. Her character, a bumbling yet lovable witch, brought a unique charm to the show. Loren's performance was marked by a delicate balance of humor and vulnerability, making Aunt Clara a beloved figure among fans. However, Loren's life was not without its shadows. Born in 1883, she faced significant challenges throughout her career. Despite her talent, Loren struggled to find consistent work in Hollywood, often relegated to supporting roles. The pressures of the industry took a toll on her mental health, leading to periods of deep depression. In her later years, Loren faced personal hardships, including the loss of close friends and colleagues, which left her feeling isolated. After Bewitched ended in 1972, Loren continued to act, but never regained the same level of fame. She passed away in 1968, leaving behind a legacy that is both celebrated and tinged with the melancholy of her struggles. The last known information about her life reveals a woman who, despite her comedic roles, battled the darker aspects of existence.
You're a lousy one.
I am not lousy. I'm mediocre.
Paul Lynde's portrayal of Uncle Arthur in the 1964 TV series Bewitched was a standout role that showcased his unique blend of humor and charm. As a mischievous warlock, Lynde brought a playful yet dark energy to the character, often creating chaos in Samantha's life. His performance was marked by sharp wit and a distinctive voice, making Uncle Arthur a memorable figure in the series. Beyond Bewitched, Lynde's career included notable appearances on game shows and variety shows, where his quick humor shone. However, his life was not without turmoil. Lynde struggled with his sexuality in an era that was not accepting, leading to personal hardships. He faced public scrutiny and was often the subject of scandal, including a notorious incident in 1965 when he was arrested for a DUI. Lynde battled alcoholism, which affected his career and personal relationships. Despite these challenges, he remained a beloved figure in entertainment until his death in 1982. His legacy continues to resonate, with fans remembering his talent and the complexities of his life. Last known information indicates that Lynde's work is still celebrated, and his influence can be seen in modern comedy.
Happy Thursday!
Ron Masak's role as police officer number 2 in the 1964 TV series Bewitched was a brief yet memorable appearance that showcased his ability to blend humor with authority. His character added a layer of realism to the show's whimsical narrative, embodying the everyday challenges faced by law enforcement, even in a world filled with magic. Masak's portrayal was marked by a subtle intensity, hinting at the complexities of a man trying to maintain order in a chaotic environment. After Bewitched, Masak's career continued to flourish, with notable roles in various television series and films. However, his life was not without struggles. He faced personal hardships, including the tragic loss of his first wife, which deeply affected him. Masak also dealt with the pressures of Hollywood, where the competition was fierce and the demand for consistent work could lead to anxiety and uncertainty. In later years, Masak became involved in charity work, focusing on causes close to his heart. He remained active in the entertainment industry, participating in conventions and fan events, sharing stories from his past. As of the latest updates, Ron Masak is remembered fondly by fans and peers alike, with no significant scandals or controversies marking his later life. His legacy is one of resilience and dedication to his craft.
Here we are. Just one big, happy family.
Parley Baer portrayed the desk sergeant in the 1964 TV series Bewitched, a role that showcased his ability to blend humor with authority. His character often found himself in absurd situations, dealing with the supernatural antics of Samantha and her family. Baer's performance was marked by a subtle charm, making the desk sergeant a memorable part of the show's fabric. After Bewitched, Baer continued to work in television and film, appearing in series like The Andy Griffith Show and The Twilight Zone. However, his career was not without challenges. Bear faced personal hardships, including a difficult marriage that ended in divorce. He struggled with the pressures of Hollywood, which often led to feelings of isolation. In his later years, Bear became involved in voice acting, lending his voice to various animated projects. He also faced health issues, which limited his public appearances. The last known information about Bear indicates that he passed away in 2002, leaving behind a legacy of diverse roles and a complex personal life that reflected the darker sides of fame.
His tennis racket?
Now,
Elizabeth Montgomery's portrayal of Samantha Stevens in the 1964 series Bewitched became iconic, blending charm with a hint of mischief. As a witch navigating the complexities of suburban life, her character resonated with audiences, showcasing both power and vulnerability. Montgomery's performance was marked by a unique ability to balance humor with deeper emotional undertones, reflecting her own struggles in the industry. After Bewitched ended in 1972, Montgomery faced personal challenges. She dealt with the pressures of fame and the complexities of her relationships, including a tumultuous marriage to actor William Asher, which ended in divorce. Montgomery also faced the shadow of her father's legacy, as she was the daughter of actor Robert Montgomery, which added pressure to her career. In the late 1970s and 1980s, she took on more serious roles, including a notable performance in the TV movie The Legend of Lizzie Borden, which showcased her range as an actress. However, her life was not without scandal. She was involved in a highly publicized affair with actor Gig Young, which ended tragically when he took his own life. Montgomery's later years were marked by her commitment to social causes, particularly animal rights and cancer awareness, following her own battle with colon cancer. She passed away in 1995, leaving behind a legacy that continues to influence the entertainment industry. Recent information about her life remains limited, but her impact as an actress and advocate endures, reminding us of the complexities behind the screen.
Well, listen, I was surprised to hear that Poughkeepsie went up, too. Look, tell you why I phoned. Your neighbor, Mr. Stevens, must have some hot
John Fiedler portrayed Augustus Sunshine in the 1964 TV series Bewitched, a character that brought a unique blend of charm and eccentricity to the show. Fiedler's performance was marked by his distinctive voice and subtle comedic timing, making Augustus a memorable guest character. However, this role was just one chapter in a complex life filled with both triumphs and struggles. Fiedler's career began in the 1950s, where he gained recognition for his work on stage and in film, including roles in classics like 12 Angry Men. Despite his success, Fiedler faced personal hardships. He battled anxiety and depression, which often overshadowed his professional achievements. His private life was marked by a long struggle with his identity, as he was openly gay in a time when such revelations could lead to severe backlash. In later years, Fiedler continued to work in television and theater, but faced challenges as the industry evolved. He remained a beloved figure among fans, yet his later life was marked by a sense of isolation. John Fiedler passed away in 2005, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances and a reminder of the complexities of life in the spotlight. His story serves as a testament to the struggles many face behind the scenes, even as they entertain the world. Dick Sargent portrayed Darren Stevens in the 1964 television series Bewitched, stepping into the role after the original actor, Dick York, left due to health issues. Sargent's Darren was characterized by a blend of charm and frustration, often caught between his witch wife Samantha and the magical chaos surrounding them. His performance brought a new energy to the show, yet it was not without its challenges. Sargent faced the pressure of living up to York's legacy, while also dealing with his own personal struggles. After Bewitched ended, Sargent's career continued, but he faced significant hardships. He battled with his sexuality in a time when being openly gay was fraught with societal stigma. This struggle led to a period of personal isolation and professional challenges, as he often felt the need to hide his true self. Sargent also dealt with health issues, including a battle with prostate cancer, which he fought bravely. In his later years, Sargent became an advocate for LGBTQ rights, using his platform to promote acceptance and understanding. He remained active in the entertainment industry, making guest appearances and participating in reunions. The last known information about Sargent is that he passed away in 1994, leaving behind a legacy marked by both his contributions to television and his courageous fight for personal authenticity.
Oh, no.
No, if I leave you here and you work on it, I'm apt to have an entire...
David White portrayed Larry Tate in the 1964 television series Bewitched, a character that served as the ambitious advertising executive and husband to the show's main character, Darren Stevens. White's performance brought a blend of charm and tension to the role, often caught between the supernatural antics of his wife and the demands of the corporate world. His portrayal was marked by a subtle complexity, reflecting the pressures of a man trying to maintain his professional image while navigating the chaos around him. After Bewitched ended, White faced significant challenges in his career. He struggled to find roles that matched the popularity of Larry Tate, leading to a decline in his visibility in Hollywood. Personal hardships also marked his life. He experienced the pain of divorce and the loss of close friends in the industry. In the late 1970s, he faced financial difficulties, which forced him to take on lesser roles, and even consider leaving acting altogether. In his later years, White found some solace in theater, returning to his roots in live performances. He remained a private individual, often shying away from the spotlight that once surrounded him. The last known information about David White indicates that he passed away in 1990, leaving behind a legacy that is often overshadowed by the very role that defined him. His life was a testament to the complexities of fame, the struggles of reinvention, and the shadows that linger long after the cameras stop rolling.
Darren?
Charles Lane portrayed Ed Hotchkiss in the 1964 television series Bewitched, a character known for his stern demeanor and no-nonsense attitude. Lane's performance brought a unique blend of humor and seriousness to the role, making Ed a memorable part of the show's ensemble. His character often found himself at odds with the magical happenings around him, showcasing Lane's ability to balance comedy with a grounded presence. Beyond Bewitched, Lane had a prolific career in film and television, appearing in over 300 productions. He was known for his roles in classic films like It's a Wonderful Life and the television series The Twilight Zone. However, his life was not without challenges. Lane faced personal hardships, including the tragic loss of his first wife, which deeply affected him. He also dealt with the pressures of Hollywood, where typecasting often limited his opportunities despite his talent. In his later years, Lane continued to work, but faced health issues that slowed his career. He remained a beloved figure in the industry until his passing in 2007. His legacy endures through his extensive body of work and the indelible mark he left on television history.
Nobody's perfect, right? Right? I hate to be in hospital.
Dick York portrayed Darren Stevens in the 1964 television series Bewitched, bringing a blend of charm and vulnerability to the character. His performance captured the struggles of a man married to a witch, often caught between the mundane and the magical. York's portrayal was marked by a deep sense of frustration and humor, making Darren a relatable figure for many viewers. However, behind the scenes, York faced significant personal challenges. He battled chronic back pain due to a severe injury from a stage production, which worsened over time and affected his ability to perform. This pain led to his departure from Bewitched after its 5th season, replaced by Dick Sargent. After leaving the show, York's career struggled. He faced financial difficulties and battled depression. His personal life was tumultuous, including a divorce and the loss of his home. Despite these hardships, he found solace in acting and continued to work in theater and television, though never reaching the same heights as before. In his later years, York became an advocate for those with disabilities, sharing his story to inspire others. He passed away in 1992 from complications related to emphysema, leaving behind a legacy marked by both triumph and tragedy. His life remains a poignant reminder of the struggles faced by many in the entertainment industry.
Okay, genius, the jig's up. You're entitled to the truth. I used to date this funny bird.
As we wrap up our look at the beloved series Bewitched, it's hard not to feel a wave of nostalgia for the magic it brought into our lives. The show, which first aired in 1964, not only entertained, but also reflected the changing roles of women in society through Samantha's character. Elizabeth Montgomery's portrayal of a witch trying to balance her magical abilities with the everyday challenges of marriage and motherhood resonated with many viewers. The cast faced their own challenges, from Montgomery's struggle to be taken seriously as an actress to the behind-the-scenes tensions that arose during the show's run. Did you watch Bewitched during your childhood? What memories do you have connected to this iconic series? Perhaps you remember the catchy theme song, or the enchanting moments when Samantha twitched her nose to make things happen. We invite you to share your stories and favorite moments in the comments below. Your memories are part of the magic that keeps Bewitched alive in our hearts.
Well, I guess we're just going to have to do it the hard way.